Something that I believe, and I will always believe, is that every human being should take pride in something every single day in order to stay mentally sane. I don't care what it is. It could be something small, it could be something big, it could be something genetic, it could be something you earned. I don't care what it is, but take pride in something every day. I promise you, it'll make life that much more enjoyable. Enjoy the small victories, enjoy the big victories. Again, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be your dick size. Maybe you take pride in that. It could be your breast size if you're a girl. We don't discriminate here. It could be your job. It could be your grades if you're in school. It could be your ability to take a fat shit. I'm sorry if you're eating right now watching this video, but it could be that. Maybe you have the best digestive system in the world. Take pride in that. It could be your physique. Again, pick something. Me, for example, I take pride in this YouTube channel and the wonderful community that we've built together. I'm so proud of it, man. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. I take pride in my PowerPoint making skills. I truly believe I'm the best PowerPoint maker in YouTube. And all of YouTube, actually fuck YouTube. I'm the best PowerPoint maker in the world. Like, I don't care about your 5th grade English teacher. I'm better than her, okay? If there was a Ballon d'Or for making PowerPoints, I would be the Messi of PowerPoint making, okay? I also take pride in, more importantly, as a football content creator, my ability to have good ball knowledge, or I should say I take pride in my ball knowledge. And today, I'm going to showcase that by giving you guys my Ballon d'Or top 5. The Ballon d'Or ceremony, it's not even close to happening, okay? It's in October and we're in March. But it's the international break and we need content and I want to put out content for you guys, of course. So I figured we talk about this because the Ballon d'Or, it's been a hot topic as of late. Ever since Salah got knocked out of the UCL, it's been popping up. Who's going to win it? Is it going to be this guy? Is it going to be that guy? And today, like I said, I'm going to give you guys my opinion. Obviously, not everybody's going to agree with this, okay? Not everybody's going to agree with this. But let me know what you disagree with in the comment section down below and why. Don't just call me names or call me Gerard Martin. Let me know why you disagree, okay? Please, because I actually want to know. This is very, this is a fun topic to talk about. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below what you agree or disagree with. And anyway, enough yapping because I've been yapping for too long. Let's get into my honorable mentions first of all, okay? Look at the amount of work I put into these PowerPoints, man. Honorable mentions and everything. You guys, I mean, this is a treat. Honorable mentions. Robert Lewandowski, the top goal scorer for the, in my opinion, the best team in Europe so far this season. Leo started off the season really, really strong. I think if I would have made this video back in October, he would have been for sure in the top 3. But over the past few months, he's kind of tailed off. And to me, he hasn't been as good as he was at the start of the year. But I still think Leo was having a really, really good season. Obviously, top goal scorer in La Liga, one of the top goal scorers in the UCL, one of the top goal scorers in Europe in general. So Lewandowski deserves to be on this list. Fede Valverde, I mean, to me, the most consistent and best Madrid player so far this season. This guy, you put him at center mid, you put him at right back, it doesn't matter where you play him. He's going to drop out worse than 7 out of 10 every single game. And if Madrid go on to win the UCL, back-to-back UCLs it would be, which you know they're capable of, I think Fede Valverde should be in the mix to win the Ballon d'Or because he's been that good and he's just such a... I still think he's underrated by some people, honestly. I don't think people realize the generational talent we're seeing every single week when we watch this guy play. He's that good. So Fede Valverde, to me, has to be in the honorable mentions. Like I said, the most consistent and best Madrid player throughout the whole year. Kylian Mbappe, if this was like back in the old days where it was based off a calendar year, Mbappe in 2025 has been amazing, but again, it's based on the season now, and I don't think Mbappe throughout the whole 2024, 2025, fuck me, I'm sorry about that, throughout the whole 24-25 season has been consistent and good enough in order to be my top 5. I just don't think he has. Again, he's been great as of late and came up huge for Madrid in both ties against City, especially that second one where he scored the hat-trick. He's been amazing. He's looking like the old Mbappe again, but again, throughout the whole calendar, throughout the whole season, since it started in August up until today, he has not been that great. His first 4 or 5 months, he was fucking terrible, man. We like, let's not forget that game at Anfield, where Real Madrid fans were calling for him to get sold in January. Okay, and I don't blame them, by the way. He was that shit. So again, Mbappe, if it was like before, just a calendar year, he'd be in the top 5 for sure. But based on the season, he can't make the list so far. And then we have Virgil van Dijk. The second best player in what was, up until a couple months ago, the best team in Europe throughout the whole year. Liverpool, of course, they got knocked out by PSG in the UCL. But I still think Virgil van Dijk, man. He's not quite been 2019 Virgil van Dijk, but I think he deserves a shout because he's been so good this season. He's been the captain, the leader of that backline and of that team. And yeah, I just think Van Dijk deserves a shot because, again, he's been amazing. The best center back in the world so far this year, in my opinion. And then we also have, of course, Harry Kane. Had a better season last year, in my opinion, with Bayern. But this year, man, he was amazing in both legs against Leverkusen, and he's been really, really good. He's been scoring goals for fun still throughout this whole season. And if Bayern Munich can win the UCL in their own stadium, obviously come May, I think Harry Kane should be in the conversation to win his first Ballon d'Or. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 5 right now, the meat of this video. At number 5, Ousmane Dembélé. Former Barca player, obviously played at Dortmund. Dembélé, it's been a long time, but I think we're finally seeing his full potential. I think we saw glimpses of it at Barca, especially under Xavi, but now we're seeing what this guy could really be. Ousmane Dembélé, when I watched him at Dortmund before he came to Barca, I saw a generational talent. And like I said, at Barca, he didn't really pan out. But now at PSG, in his second season, he seems so comfortable in that club. And he seems like he finally has, like he found a style in a way. I don't know what it is, but he's playing with so much more swagger now because he's playing with confidence. And obviously 30 goals and 6 assists in all comps. Since December, he's been arguably the most informed player for the most informed team in the world. And PSG, man, no matter how much I hate them, I gotta admit, they have a chance to win the UCL. If they go to Munich and win the UCL, especially if they knock out Madrid or Arsenal in the semifinals, I mean, this guy's obviously going to be a key piece to that. And to me, if they do that, they got to be in the conversation. For me, with Dembele, what knocks him down a little bit is the fact that he plays in Ligue 1. And Ligue 1 is unfortunately not a competitive league. So I can't really put too much stock in those numbers. But again, he's doing it in the UCL too. And the UCL really is the most important competition for the Ballon d'Or. But if Dembele and if PSG win the UCL, he should definitely be in the conversation to win the award. Because Dembele, no matter how much I think he snaked Barca, I still loved him when he played at Barca. He was one of my favorite Barca players when he was there. And I'm kind of, honestly, part of me is kind of happy to see him play this way because I always knew he had to send him. So again, Dembele for me, 30 goals, 6 assists in all comps. He's been amazing. His playmaking, he's playing like he's playing everywhere across that front three. Luis Enrique has really unlocked a different level in Ousmane Dembele this season. So again, for me, he's number 5 right now. If PSG do anything of substance this year, and I mean obviously win the UCL because they're going to win Ligue 1, Dembele should be in the conversation to win the Ballon d'Or. At number 4, the best youngster football's ever seen, Lamine Yamal. I predicted before the season Lamine Yamal was going to have over 40 GA in all comps. I think as of right now, he has a little bit over 30, and we're in March. I don't know if he'll get to 40, but this guy, man, he had a couple, he had a couple down games in February and in late January. But it's honestly like we're getting accustomed to seeing this weekend, to watching Lamine Yamal week in and week out, and we've become kind of numb to what we're seeing. This guy's insane, bro. His playmaking, it's ridiculous, and his importance to that Barca attack cannot be understated. He is arguably the most important piece to the best attack in Europe. We saw him when he wasn't on the team, when he was injured back in, I think it was December and November, how much Barca struggled without him. And again, his importance to that team and his ability to play make, and even, he's been scoring goals too. I know he went through a little bit of a drought, but still, man, he's been scoring goals. The tie against Benfica, he was fantastic. The games against Madrid, he's been such a great big game player throughout the whole year. I think Lamine Yamal, he probably won't win it if Barca win the UCL because I think there's been other players for Barca that have been better this year. But this guy's going to win a Ballon d'Or at some point. But right now, I think he would finish 4th if the season ended today. And again, we're talking about a 17-year-old, guys. I'm here talking about a 17-year-old finishing 4th in the Ballon d'Or. This guy, how insane is that, bro? He should be a sophomore in high school, and we're talking about this guy possibly winning the Ballon d'Or, being in the top 5 for Ballon d'Or. And he should be in the top 5. He's going to finish in the top 5. It's crazy, man. It's honestly, it's insane, and we should never take this stuff for granted because he is truly the best youngster football's ever seen. But like I said, Lamine Yamal this year, his numbers are great. His the eye test, he passes that. His big game performances, he has those as well. I just think he's been amazing for Barca this year. But again, I think other performers on his own team have been a little bit better. Hence why I have him at number 4. Next we have Mohamed Salah. Look, I understand Liverpool crashed out of the EFL Cup in the final against Newcastle. You crashed out of the final? No, they lost the EFL Cup final to Newcastle. They crashed out of the UCL against Liverpool, against PSG, in the second leg, obviously at Anfield, losing on penalties. And Mohamed Salah wasn't great in the EFL Cup final, and he wasn't great, obviously, in both legs against PSG. In Paris, he got pocketed by Nuno Mendes, and in Anfield, he again got pocketed by Nuno Mendes. He was nowhere to be found in both of those legs. But I think it'd just be harsh to just drop him out of the top 5 altogether. The season this guy's having, I mean, Liverpool are still going to win the Premier League, and they still made the EFL Cup final. And a large part is because of Mohamed Salah and his contribution to that attack. We've seen these two, against PSG and against Newcastle, that attack did not show up. Mohamed Salah didn't show up, right? That attack didn't show up either. He's been carrying that attack this whole season, and he's having one of the best single seasons in Premier League history. His contributions to that team, it seemed like every time Liverpool do something of substance, going forward is because of Mohamed Salah. We cannot take that for granted, man. This guy is, again, he's not going to win it. He's not going to win the Ballon d'Or. And he's had so many chances in his career to win the Ballon d'Or, and it seems like he always comes up short. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's cursed. Maybe he'll probably never win the Ballon d'Or. But I can't just put him at 10th, bro. I mean, the season this guy's having, we got to give him recognition because it's one of the best seasons in Premier League history. It really is. I'm not saying it's the best, okay? Ronaldo in 08, Henry in 02, Haaland 22-23. Okay, whatever. Suarez 13-14. There's better seasons than this one. But he's carrying that attack, bro. I promise you he's carrying that attack. I've watched him so much this year. He's just, Gakpo's the only other guy who's kind of held his weight. Luis Diaz is inconsistent. Darwin Núñez, we know, oh my God, man, I think there's potential and talent there. But Jesus, man, he's so hard to support sometimes. And obviously, Diogo Jota, always injured, and when he's healthy, I think Jota is a great player, okay? But he's so inconsistent as well. He hasn't been good this season. It's all been Mohamed Salah. And again, Liverpool are going to win the Premier League going away. It's not like Liverpool are not going to win anything this year. They're going to win the Prem, and that's, to most people, the hardest league to win in the world. And they're going to win it going away. So I think Mohamed Salah should still be in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or. I really do believe that. I really do believe that. So for me, Mohamed Salah is going to be at number 3. Because again, lost to PSG, I get that. He's not going to win it, but we cannot just throw him away. We can't just kick him to the curb just because they got knocked out of the UCL. We got to give him his respect, and I think Mohamed Salah should be in the top 3 again. When this video, when the Ballon d'Or gets announced in October and the UCL already took place, he probably won't be in the top 5 because obviously the UCL winners and like the teams that made it far in the UCL, there would be a bias towards those players. But I would be pissed at myself if I didn't give Mohamed Salah today the credit he deserves. To me, he should be in the top 3. Next, number 2, Pedro Gonzalez Lopez, also known as Pedri. We're watching one of the best midfield seasons of this century. We really are. Am I being hyperbolic? Absolutely not. What Pedri has done this year is nothing short of remarkable. He got hurt at the Euros, and everybody thought he was going to miss some time to start the season. He missed one game, I think he missed the first game against Valencia. And since then, he stayed fit, and when Pedri stays fit, we see what he can do. This is what you get when Pedri stays fully fit. You get one of the best seasons, like I said, a midfielder's had in the past 10 years. And a guy who, if Barca win the Ballon d'Or, if Barca win the UCL, he will have a very good case to win the Ballon d'Or. His numbers aren't eye-popping because Pedri, if you watch him, he's not a guy who's going to wow you with numbers. But his impact on the game, there's very few players in world football, if any, who have an impact on the game quite like Pedro Gonzalez Lopez. This guy's generational, man. We're watching it in real time. The amount of 10 out of 10 performances he's dropped this year, playing deeper, Hansi Flick has unlocked something different in this guy. Unlocked something totally different. He was amazing. He was obviously, we all saw the flashes of Pedri under Xavi. Hence why we thought he was, under Xavi, one of the best midfielders in the world still. But under Hansi Flick, it's gone to a different level. It's gone to a different level where I watch this guy play, and I think every Barca fan can agree with this. And even like rival fans, if you're an honest rival fan, okay, you can agree with this. If you watch Barca play, nothing functions without this guy. He is the guy pulling all the strings. He is the puppet master for that team. And again, his numbers aren't eye-popping, but still, he has good numbers. He has really, really good numbers. And we've seen midfielders win the Ballon d'Or in the past. We literally saw Rodri, the previous Ballon d'Or winner. The last guy to win the Ballon d'Or was Rodri, obviously, as a midfielder. Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or. What's to say Pedri can't do it if Barca win the UCL in Munich? He could definitely do it. Again, his performances back it up, the eye test. It's going to be hard for a midfielder to win it because obviously the Ballon d'Or has a massive bias towards attackers and obviously wingers and strikers. But to me, Pedri has to be in that conversation. A lot of people think that he should win it. A lot of people think he should be number 1. And honestly, I'm not mad at those people because I could very easily put him number 1 on this list. But number 1 on this list is none other than a guy that, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to toot my own horn, that I've backed from the start. And if you guys have watched my videos, you know I've always backed this guy. I love him so much, and I'm so happy he's having the year that he's having. Obviously, I'm guessing you guys can obviously guess. I'm guessing you guys can guess. You guys can obviously guess who it's going to be because he hasn't been featured in this video yet. But it's going to be Rafael Diaz Belloli. Like Pedri, we're calling him by his full government, Rafinha. He's just like, the turnaround for Rafinha this season has been honestly mesmerizing, man. And I'm so happy. He's a guy who's always believed in this guy. I couldn't be happier. He deserves this, bro. And in the big games for Barca, here's where I think Rafinha right now is the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or. People are talking about Pedri or maybe Lamine Yamal should be the favorites to Barca win the UCL. And again, that's fine. I love both of those guys too. And I featured them in this video. But the reason why to me Rafinha is number 1 is because his big game catalog and his big game resume this year, it's amazing. He's the top goal scorer in the UCL and he's been amazing in the UCL. And again, it comes down, the Ballon d'Or a lot of times comes down to the UCL. It comes down to the UCL. And this guy against Bayern Munich, this guy against Benfica both times, this guy against Dortmund, he's just been, like, he's been so amazing this year, man. He's been so amazing. Even if you want to look at the non-UCL games, both the Clásicos, what did he do? The game against Atletico Madrid, that assist to Ferran Torres, that beautiful pass, it was Rafinha, man. His output is there. He's having an insane season, bro. He has more goals and assists than games played this season. It's just, it's ridiculous what we're seeing from him. And again, if you watch this guy Leeds, you always knew he had this potential. If you watch him his first few seasons at Barca, you always saw this potential in him. But now he's finally realizing him. And he came out with an interview the other day that honestly, it was so heartwarming, talking about how he wanted to leave Barca during the Copa America. And Hansi Flick called him and said, "No, stay. I need you on this team." And Hansi Flick gave him that confidence. And look what he's doing now, man. And like I said, to me, he's been his performances, bro. Hat-trick against Valladolid, hat-trick against Bayern Munich, multiple goals against Madrid in both the Clásicos, dropping man of the match performances both times. Whenever Barca need him, he's been there. Again, Pedri might be the more important player, but the guy who Barcelona have looked at in these big games to kind of say, save me and like take us home, it's been this guy. It's been this guy. So for me, right now, Rafinha is number one to win the Ballon d'Or. If the season ended today, if Barca win the UCL, which hopefully it happens, I think it should be Rafinha who takes home his first Ballon d'Or. He would be the first Brazilian to win the Ballon d'Or since who? Ronaldinho, I think it is, right? It should be, I think, no, Kaká. Sorry, since Kaká. I apologize. Since Kaká in 07. When he did that for Milan. So, for me, Rafinha, again, people are going to talk about Rafinha. How is he going to win the Ballon d'Or? This guy played at Leeds. Watch him play. He's been amazing. So, again, my Ballon d'Or top 5, Rafinha number 1. Pedri at number 2. Mohamed Salah number 3. Lamine Yamal at number 4. Ousmane Dembélé at number 5. And my honorable mentions are for guys like Robert Lewandowski, Theo Valverde, Kylian Mbappe, Virgil van Dijk, and Harry Kane. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, it's going to be polarizing. People are going to disagree. Maybe you don't see your favorite team here. Maybe you don't see your favorite player. I can't add everybody. Okay, Madrid fans are going to be mad. Where are our players? Again, you're in the honorable mentions. And Madrid this year, I can't add Vini and I can't add Bellingham. I'm sorry, they haven't been good enough. And to me, Valverde and Mbappe, they just haven't been consistent enough. Like, Fede Valverde has been, but he hasn't been. Like, he's obviously a midfielder, he's playing as a right back, so it's a little bit hard to give him credit. But Mbappe, man, like I said, he hasn't been consistent enough throughout the whole year for me to put him in the top 5. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.